Agree with, stand up for, turn to account. It goes without saying, on one's own, as is possible, on the side, hundreds of, be of origin, between ourselves. Keep one's fingers crossed, from region to region, hold on to, for my part, begin with, as it happens, in high spirits, drop a line, make allowance, differ from, figure out. To the memory of, as usual, take in, concentrate on, for sure, be faced with, and that, be dependent upon, life expectancy, the number of, set an example, put forward, stick out, eat out, make friends with, take a shortcut, inquire into, have an influence on formal occasions, be absorbed in, nonetheless, make a sound, go wild, wear off. Leak out, neither here nor there, call in, argue with, succeed to, date back to, be made up of, in the cause of, cling to, the gleam of hope, in the midst of, be appreciative of, give credit to, do good, learn by heart, for better or for worse, when one's own, laugh to oneself, spend on, fall into, on a large scale. Prefer to, get back from, give a hand, be known by, cool down, at a loss, look upon as, at present, grow out of, be suitable for, again and again, give out, make land, lay up, in a heap, by virtue of, a little bit, break with, blow out, without reason, a bit of, in a sense, go, by, at first hand, come back, be of the same age, identify with, come across, many millions of, seem to, be familiar with, sink into despair, put an end to, doggy have to, around the clock, do research on, all at once, watch over, before long, next to nothing, all the more, come to know, what one is, feel like, have a talent for. Earn a living, day after day, out of order, no less than, be willing to, at length, pay off, in want of, sharp drop, have second thought, grow up, get in, get nowhere, be named after, pick up on, little by little, change one's mind, contribute to, behind bars, take into consideration, rely on, make it, with patience, hide oneself. Would like to, on end, for instance, set a goal, without delay, ask if, have a day with, instead of, hold out, even though, good for, when it comes to, as long as, be eager to, put in the picture, make no difference, give away, on the order of, in a fury, be useful for all. Do without, count on, in one's place, in a way, go for nothing, be caught in, make a plan, in silence, beyond the phone, pass on to, be content with, get by, set in, speak for, from on, pay for, be crowded with, think better of, next door to, take shape, without question, a couple of, build up, in, a row, near at hand, go for a walk, drive away, stand up against, make out, make bad use of, get out, get open, in vain, break one's word, come about, have everything arranged, starve to death, by leaps and bounds, even if, what you call, lose the day, not at all, at a breath, cost nothing, at one time, lose oneself, on hand. Side by side, turn to, ring cats and dogs, those who, be concerned about, meet one's needs, hang up, with one's shoes off, in the face of, come out with, make a bet, meet halfway, come up with, take an oath, keep in mind, from hand to mouth, be essential to, have in common, of no account, strike a chord, aim at. On the other hand, no matter where, reserve for, look forward to, not at all, by all means, push forward, oath of office, in a degree, dress up, get through with, in the course of time, be a match for, at most, adjust to, with a beard, on duty, be supposed to, hit upon, play tag, look like, bring in, both ends meet, present, with, be good in, make up to, show in the first place, sit for, within one's reach, for years, get hold of, meet with, out of the corner of one's eyes, be the case with, kick over, by estimate, make peace, make one's mark, be afraid to, take over, little more than, make light of, not in the least, behind the times. Such as, at the rate of, think over, with his arms folded, touch the hearts of, derive from, at liberty, come into, tone down, warn to, for one's sake, buoy up, go into details, dress up as, leave intact, at all events, keep in mind, stick around, in consequence of, stick to, except for, be prepared for, turn a deaf ear to, focus on, send on, put up, one another, report on, hit the bottom, quite a few, on and on, let on, be of obscure origin, hand in hand, do away with, make a contribution, in private, walk out, at short notice, care about, out of gloom, make use of, ear down, stand in line, in company with. Lay in disorder, go into effect, from front to cover, have at one's fingers' ends, take up, distinguish between, relative to, in order, head back, attribute to, on behalf of, have access to, come from, leave off, junkyards, make haste, not anymore, pick out, break through, in case, under one's breath, on the go. Be possessed of, on sale, move away, object to, for a great part of the year, alienate from, get to, cry out, I have, in moderation, take pride in, get down to, come around, be equal to, give a guess, go off, be delivered to, come true, fill out, come up, catch one's breath, from the bottom of one's heart, chip away. Give a ride, more fun than work, over and over again, under one's control, ill at ease, no end of, come off, take a picture of, in memory of, wanting in, be convinced of, be conscious of, hide over, be poor at, lose consciousness, because of, out of hand, light up, to be frank with you, out of print, lose one's mind. In proportion to, in one's socks, as a result of, make one's way, depend on, in no time, get along, be preferable to, be up to, regard as, make both ends meet, forget to, one after another, remind of, make sense, as far as, see as, be satisfied with. Keep up, play down, beyond the point of, way of life, used to, belong to, warm up, a little, reflect on, run risks, in all, take a break, send forth, read through, take one's breath away, have a taste for, hard and fast, stare at random, set up, at least, find one's way, come by, one of these days. Wait one's turn, be sure to, dance to the music, leave out, draw out, be in time for, bring home to, take hold of, watch one's weight, be ideal for, admit of, follow orders, run for, flush out, be a waste of, wait for, keep an eye on, pull up, ascribe to, safe and sound, give over, the small hours, take advantage of, divide into, call back, shake hands with, take for granted, change oneself into, shut down, catch hold of, take a rain check, be in debt, get together, sit out, discourage from, for good, come for, both and, place in order, take off, wipe out, result in, pass over, so that, on can, pull off, get into, think of as, no less than, live from hand to mouth, bring on, around the the corner, be priced at, blow down, shake off, in a little while, lose track of, thousands of, learn to, it is no use, see about, take a class, in need of, lay claim to, just this once, be forced to, be angry with, let out, stand off, feel at home, be like in all sincerity, go on, run off with, give a chance, break down, stay in shape, go over, look down on, back up, root out, break into, burst out, long for, make war against, stay up, little better than, do harm, with the result that, go down with, provided that, for nothing, make it a rule to, run away, take off, as if, not to mention, strange enough, flow by, have a good time, in honor of, a labor dispute, brave forth, here and there, behind time, by oneself, set on fire, command of fine view, be in prison, give off, in the dumps, related with, of one's own, call at, resort to, feel one's way, compare to, blame for, be anxious to, get tired of, at all, give back, be composed of, aloof of, see to it that, send out, on a sudden, pitch in, on earth, feel pity for, come to an agreement, put on the brakes, mark off, how about, come what may, bring to an end, as far as be concerned, speak of, feel ashamed of, in many ways, in the likeness of, attend on, be friends with, be on the verge of, lack of, use up, turn up, all over the world, as well, line up, give a break, interfere in, keep from, be occupied in, by mistake, put through, congratulate on, all the way, work off, take note of, on the edge of, pull off, be free of, more and more, leave for, stand trial, whether or, drop in at, picture to oneself, get on with, it is impossible to, go back on, by heart, not only but also, for the good of, take steps, in behalf of, no more than, through and through, in front of, to put it another way, by accident, wedding anniversary, be determined to, worry about, as soon as, beyond description, at the mercy of, be due to, say out, to the contrary, trade discount, part with, or so, get on one's way, one by one. Under the weather, to the full, with great relief, write off, be sick of, indulging, for some time, at any price, look back on, roundabout, take place, for fear one, throw away, out of sight, on the grounds that, such as it is, blow away, after a while, in any case, be likely to, be at home in, do a good job. Be sure of, it seems that, take offense at, accuse of, get the better of, in one's face, follow one's advice, against one's will, come out of prison, deal in, figure on, go with, be covered with, bring off, bit by bit, in a different light, on the part of, odds and ends, scarcely before, pass away. When place, refer to as, stretch oneself, speak well of, rest on, thin out, see the light, ask for, do one's duty, take care of, do damage to, do not, go to court, get in touch with, adhere to, blow up, strictly speaking, be true, wear on, get through, fade away, stand on end, read as, after all, by the hour, die out, have difficulty in, burn up, make kind of, arrive on, for the most part, out of question, every inch, wait on, not or nor, just around the corner, at the moment, be blind to, in the distance, catch up with, once and for all, at first, put into effect, break into pieces, get it, within limits, get worse, by genre, do harm, with the help of, according to, call up, from then on, fall behind, look on as, come along, come near, refer to, in all likelihood, as it were, distinguish from, as a sign of, as good as, in effect, get off, reach out, get into trouble, for the first time, throw up, for one's life, take rise in, tear into little pieces, recover from, have effect, to one's surprise, never fail to, die away, in one's way, all through, climb over, be tired of, aside from, keep one's mind on, in favor of, be headed by, go on a picnic, call after, blind date, act on, approve of, for God's sake, keep one's distance, in a wink, compare with, go through with, from time to time, in relation to, put on, let alone, for oneself, at times, hold back, by far, be the matter with, make a point of, on the loose, hand down, be on edge, wind up, just as, might as well, as much as, convince of, by means of, get over, try on, keep together, along with, want for nothing, answer for, be interested in, keep watch, breathe one's last, take for, deprive of, fall asleep, once in a while present oneself, on the ball, pass through, differ about, be known as, see eye to eye, great number of, hope against hope. Submit to, do one's best, be stricken with, take a picture, amount to some extent, correspond with, come to terms, make certain, carry out, make over, get going, much less, participate in, take control of, make oneself at home, go under, to, fall away, be aware of, be caused by, infringe on, turn in, back and forth. Only to, accord with, feel for, own to, as it is, play a role, go on an excursion, off and on, before, result from, wrap up, on account of, head over heels, seeing that, measure up to, in harmony with, at one's wit's end, turn down, come in contact with, manage to, get the worst of, resign oneself to, make the best of. Knock down, take a look at, be contrary to, cheer up, hold up, set out, put something into words, cross off, say goodbye, gain on, at full speed, get along with, in public, be compelled to, in terms of, for no reason, hit home, supply with, lose oneself in, on vacation, prevent from, come to. Fall on deaf ears, take action, other than, give warning, made up of, take time, all in all, come to think of it, at stake, get away, right now, work at, against one's expectation, be bad at, in person, ask after, run into, of itself, seek after, all in, get at, be located in, a great number of, full relationship with, at one's disposal, a large number of, believe in, have an ear for, be known for, be sure of, not a bit, more often than not, stand a chance, of course, have to do with, sit up, go astray, so long as, share in, for a while, most of all, in need, not so much as, be divided into, no sooner than, cut back, single out, on the verge of, without interest, so as to, blind oneself, free from, at hand, cut away, pass up, as to, in one's term, irrelevant to, make believe, fall in with, make a mistake, make much of, bring round, have fun, catch up, be in good taste, take some time to, go round, would rather than, empty into, this stay weak, take after, operate on, conform to, at birth, in particular, not any longer, be emblematic of, search into, pick up, turn loose, take time to, clamor for, at the beginning of, mistake for example, in one's shoes, show off, out of place, for want of, in haste, be ambitious of, find out, put out of one's mind, look up, next time, for the purpose of, run through, learn by heart, break fresh ground, pass for, have an eye to, look up at, roll by, cannot without, a great deal of, cope with, be subject to, leave behind, familiar with, insight, die down, such and such. Inasmuch as, make amends for, on the basis of, by way of, dispose of, make the most of, more than, add in, be said to, part from, run around, with joy, fill with, think to oneself, inquire after, be anxious about, set forth, beyond the rise, abide by, switch on, get used to, without a break, rob, of, be made from, return to, at first sight, be fed up, pull out, go ahead, account for, without regard to, be made of, nothing less than, put up for sale, fit into, be at home, out of position, in the daytime, relate to, take apart, keep one's temper, shut off, play tricks on, give on, make it, big, at the expense of, at peace, permit to, cross the finish line, for decades, in the course of, a cheer goes up, don't have to, adopt it from, once upon a time, be married to, be inclined to, be born of, get lost, talk behind someone's back, be stuck, for all the world, in cash, put to death, choose to, ignore, play on, by the name of, hold one's tongue, protect from, offhand, attend to, come in, bring down, be good at, take a ride, look down upon, on top of this, allow to, on the average, go far, come in handy, fall off, go to, in comparison with, have a mind to, show up, on time. Turn out, trial and error, be return, lose interest in, hit on, underway, win one's way, come into use, be exhausted, name for, above all, give oneself to, find fault with, and into, come alive, close at hand, slow down, calm down, take by force, benefit from, a round of applause, persist in, shortly after, be in danger of, be fearful of, be ambitious to, call on, cannot afford to, not much of, at any rate, go without saying, in spite of oneself, get rid of, wrap around, pass out, as a result, be fond of, keep in step with, run dry, blow about, take from, be awarded to, cannot to, hand in, on the brink of, in danger of, for the benefit of, map out, next to none, be sensitive to, well off, be on death row, a number of, it happens that, go along with, tone, keep company with, at the speed of, what is better, pile up against, see into, fall through, for life, it strikes that, take notice of, look up to, put by, take charge of, pay a fine, later on, at any cost, be on trial, start at, add to, deal with, change into, cannot see beyond one's nose, settle down, in good conditions, take an interest in, lean against, give an idea of, be short for, as well as, take pains, cut a fine figure, close, to, in due course, ought to, have in mind, take the form of, at work, catch a cold, in the long run, no more than, lose one's head, no by, give a cleaning, in place of, ups and downs, of late, bear out, pull a long face, take turns, be possessed with, in the light of, without fail, for one's age. Upside down, be from, sooner or later, derive from, live up to, commit suicide, drop in, speak up, consist in, run after, as easy as, blow off, relieve of moment, to begin with, be ignorant on, make no account of, talk over, add to, set store by, be harmful to, talk about, break out, be moved, pay back, to no effect, off duty, on most occasions, in other words, grow to, draw on, out of sorts, in a moment, share with, distinguish oneself, learn by experience, be in a setting, for sale, warn of, be engaged to, lose sight of, out of reach of, done on, day by day, be deficient in, feel sorry for. Live out, by birth, bound for, no longer, touch off, at once, blow on, abandon, still more, to conclude, submit oneself to, run out of, help with, in many respects, for a long time, and then, yield to, be worthy of, all one's life, an amount of, on occasion, keep in touch with, be indifferent to, loop up to, be better off, the last two, with tears in one's eyes, store up, addict oneself to, keep away from, a bit, have some idea of, come up to, lie in, on leave, even better position, as regards, a pair of, at rest, mix with, go too far, for company, take on, at last, be amazed at, think up. Have the chance of, get a lift, adapt oneself to, take a bath, in good shape, prepare for, on and off, a couple of times, on the whole, on one's feet, give way, stand in for, at some time, all the time, rich and poor, get to one's feet, for the time being, be ignorant of, be held, mean to, come to a halt. Not long after, be liable to, be full of, drop out, fall back, put on an air of, bring up, catch sight of, not got, on the alert, check in search of, at all costs, had better, of no use, get better, be afraid of, be on good terms with, be anxious for, live on, put together, set off. Care for, see off, holds good, break in, with pleasure, call in question, do one's own part, take pleasure in, give an account of, feel the importance of, do with, hand over, no matter, make sure, live in comfort, the other day, go up, in order to, get pale, on the air, every few days, be responsible for, see much of, just, a moment, all to, wear out, contrary to, be due, happen to, pull down, be well off, give priority to, whether or not any more, devote oneself to, glare at, be careful about, all eyes and ears, up to, be on price, give birth to, be in good condition, end up, take fancy, stir up, for all one is, worth, be in charge of, so that, lose one's temper, fill in, refrain from, make money, gaze at, as one can, in full color, ask a favor, abstain from, stand down, first of all, turn to, for ages, in one's own way, carry on, young and old, face to face, out of breath, only a few, believe it or not. Give a test, follow in one's footsteps, hear of, have a liking for, drop it on, sound like, hear from, a sort of, prevail on, put off, by the way, at one's work, fight off, come round, hold still, be at peace, change into, as so, exchange for a moment, too much for. Fall into a sleep, on one's way to, on the way, at the head of, put in prison, as any, right away, at a time, run out, in advance, put up at, in view of, steal away, stop by, bring to mind, play jokes on, fight for, make a living, be dated, all but, set aside, be died with. in a word, prevent from, cash in, never without, free of charge, go out, acquaint with, make a remark, be noted for, come to a conclusion, be wrong with, set free, take steps to, for all I know, to one's dismay, in brief, in regard to, at once and, die of, look to, turn to, go against. As, not less than, separate from, by chance, on all fours, get even with, cannot but, attach oneself to, be desirous of, come to an end, arrive in, be similar to, take a walk, as such, the gift of speech, serve as, make allowance for, in all respects, by now, nothing but, burst into, a great amount of. In exchange for, watch out, in token of, have an eye for, come of age, be worth, recite by heart, a gift to, give rise to, of interest, lay aside, look for, be pleased with, free from, inquire of, now that, point out, in the same way, after one's heart, on the run, according as, by no means. At will, appeal to, in return, keep one's promise, take part with, devote to, side with, in charge of, to degree, as possible, have it in for, bring out, at the end of, to the point, run across, lay down, take exception to, in all directions, associate with, back off, come right. Bear witness to, dip into, bring help from, consist of, borrow from, break off, out of date, to say nothing of, there is no doubt that, time and again, at the sight of, in a positive way, in any way, in turn, be clear of, in fact, be curious about, lose one's way, make up, far into the night, not, so as, shake up, now and then, have the upper hand, bring together, for lack of, more or less, all the same, be busy, agree on, so that, search for, keep on, vouch for, be limited to, make one's up mind, make way for, either or, succeed in, do up, have fun with, in the meantime, be about to, may as well, this time around, dare to, long to, go well, with great exactness, keep pace with, in a minute, prior to, be in trouble, no more, with regard to, go up to, hold down, in short, fall on, take one's time, so that can, have difficulty with, play a constructive role. Make up, be opposed to, out of one's mind, break away, be true to, in the second place, be in accord with, do much, start out, one day, make up one's mind, make room for, in the hope of, carry away, something of, take the risk of, put in, give one's regards to, be involved in, keep house, free of, have words with, at a standstill, be known to, soak up, take responsibility for, commit oneself to, pay attention to, no sooner than, stand by, yearn for, allude to, make efforts, 9 out of 10, ask out, be respectful towards, much more, few people, cut off, be certain of, have no choice but to, cut down, be worn out. Cannot help, be oneself, bring back, make for, burn up the road, make a resolution, blot out, look into, put out, for short, leave with, spring off, help oneself to, at a distance, in great part, being mistaken for, relate to, at a blow, take into account, be off, to the minute, leave no room for, let go. At the back of, reduce to, feel inclined to, melt her way, call attention to, in this regard, in respect to, last long, read over, in a friendly way, come to life, turn the corner, speak of one's own accord, for the sake of, pride oneself on, stand to reason, be surprised at, come down, struggle up, be lucky to. Allow for, all thumbs, be up to, less than, tell a lie, fall short of, have nothing to do with, come through, attempt at, save up, as can, have an effect on, lay eyes on the move, all walks of life, be confident of, be used to, turn away, pass by, be obliged to, be popular with, on stage, tread on. If only, take a chair, straight from the shoulder, for the present, develop into, fall out, put to use, in possession of, be familiar to, heart disease, provide for, as of, in the mean, be dissatisfied with, be filled with, be over, come to light, tend to, be far from, screen from, bear in mind, make peace with, to make a long story short. Be independent of, in the end, up and down, be capable of, kill oneself, make a fortune, be intended to, give up on, from cover to cover, mess up, rush into, be unquestioned, chance on, in that, take a risk of, get on, talk some sense into, give a try, in a hurry, make a display of, for never, beside oneself, generally speaking, make an agreement, be in love with, look after, occur to, as a matter of fact, be ready to, strike a note, be guilty of, sit on, at all times, seriously sick in bed, on horseback, be based on, in response to, give in, with a view to, from the beginning, set back, tell from, put aside, take down. Be cautious of, suffer from, second to none, set goal, do well to be sure, be exact in, send for, in one way or another, either way, be ashamed of, take the place of, on the spot, put up with, so to speak, at the cost of, be drenched to the skin, come out, draw a good house, be free to, stand up to. Exert oneself, be in use, take it for granted that, arrive at, lots of, at one's convenience, hold on, come into power, read between the lines, all smiles, fall in love with, every bit of, communicate with, just in time, to sum up, laugh at, a couple of days ago, range from to, out of work, not a little, tons of. But large, at the age of, all the year round, get up, to make matters worse, be absent from, hold on to, set oneself against, not because but because, place of value on, make up for, at ease, by dint of, break up, and so forth, ask about, be fresh from, make a decision, there's no, apply oneself to. Be compared to, say goodbye to tell the truth, not so much as, take a measure, scale down, grow into, be crazy about, take an effect on, make progress, not always, major, no better than to, burn down, argue against, cut in, try to, go into, play a part in, from to, be devoid of. As a rule, in conclusion, set on edge, practice the surgery, not more than, blame by, prove to be, serve with, know from experience, in virtue of, at the risk of, think again, call for, it goes without saying that, led to, by the time, in case of, sum up, be accustomed to, agree to, be worthwhile to, go through, fail out, I would weigh, have done with, what for, in time, on the trips to, be ready for, as a whole, give into, have control of, backwards and forwards, make sport of, make much difference, plenty of, into the bargain, from bad to worse, be in the dark, stumble on, be disguised as, a leading authority on. Turn off, be ingrained in, substitute for, but for, in the habit of, go around, look on, be bound to, by all accounts, may well, trade for, absolutely not, next to impossible, give up, rather than, at the top of, in detail, a variety of, for the life of one, word for word, be famous for. fit in, lay out, provide with, look out, in contrast, die for, come into effect, chase after, in pursuit of, be at a loss, by degrees, make a face, that is, no doubt, anything but, have one's own way, be designed to, inside out, take away, get down, out of the question, stretch a point, on the basis of, drop by, break the ice, dream of, prefer to, at the foot of, to all appearances, elbow one's way through, do a favor, during a meal, lose color, at one's expense, do the cooking, let on, in spite of, available oneself of, to the litter, no matter how, to a man, way of looking at things, regardless of, to one's face, furnish, with all, feast one's eyes, go for, ahead of, drop away, fall back on, be proud of, call off, not only but also, apply for, be different from, in the middle of, by the day, strive to, a lot of, snap with camera, gather oneself together, but that, put down, take for example, in, and out, only to, draw a conclusion, much as, stand out, run over, stay with, lose heart, through thick and thin, intend to, make an effort, pile up, look over, send off, be charged with, in lieu of, in large quantity, die from, fall on one's feet, not well, work out, quite a bit, over and over, take part in, get a good idea of, be dependent on, not necessarily, by with, by force, at all risks, take back, at the thought of, to start with, tear down, kill time, be on, at the same time, set about, make conservation, be on the way, head for, in defiance of, dozens of, make of, a gasp of relief, see life, have a say, stand for, from, day to day, for now, keep up with, keep good time, write down, go in for, shut up, due to, a case in point, face to, narrow escape, next to, for one thing, on purpose, not until, endow with, inflict on, apologize for, clean up, change hands, come into existence, no better than, apart from, work on, run an errand, correspond to, be fit for once, in general, in addition to, for a time, be conscious about, similar to, talk over one's head, bring about, in the original, be in for, when one's knee, be busy with, keep one's word, set one's heart on, between and, dub in, have a hard time. Put in danger, sit in, by name, far from, what is more, nothing more than, at one's best, up in smoke, of oneself, list should, turn on, have something to do with, under the influence of, no wonder, call down, be excited about, insist on, make a fool of, have the fortune to, in fashion, dispense with, make, a success, fall with a thump, pull one's leg, let up, for a rainy day, be acquainted with, by turns, be to blame, draw up, in the open area, from now on, be concerned with, show around, break the news, hold together, take as a joke, by a hair's breadth, by nature, be still a long way from, be engaged in, take out, call out.